Now we're going to talk about the specs of the car in a second, but before we do, I just want to show you what I think is this car's party piece. So it does have a substantial 4-litre turbocharged V8, and it also has a sports titanium exhaust from Akrapovic fitted from the factory. But despite that, it is a hybrid. So I'm going to just roll off my drive because it's actually 7 a.m. on a Sunday. And I'm going to be able to drive away from home without waking anyone up. And it is a weird feeling knowing that that V8 is under there. And then as soon as we get within a suitable distance from other humans, you can just, you can wait for the engine to kick in, or you can pin it to sport mode, and then then you get the V8, and it's one of the loudest cars I've heard in a while for a new 2025 car. It's surprisingly loud, and it sounds amazing. Right, so let's talk about geeky stuff. So, as I said, it's a 4-litre turbocharged V8, but it's paired with this 140 kilowatt electric motor, which actually gives you a combined power output of 671 brake horsepower, or 930 newton meters of torque. It transmits all of this power through an 8-speed dual clutch transmission, and it gives you a 0 to 60 time of just 3.5 seconds. And then to finish it off, we have this factory-fitted Akrapovic exhaust, which is just incredible how good it sounds. It's got real, old muscle car vibes. And as far as the weight goes, I couldn't find an exact weight for the black edition, at least. But I think the 2025 Continental GT is somewhere around 2,500 kilograms, which is less than I was expecting actually for the hybrid setup. I thought it would nearly hit 3 ton, but it's a heavy car. But it deals with that weight with something that Bentley call the Bentley Performance Active Chassis, and essentially the way they describe that is it gives you greater flexibility between driving modes. So what it means is that comfort will be more comfortable and sport will be more sporty. Essentially, it gives you more range, more dynamic range across the handling of the car. I'll actually drop it into manual here. Oh. It's the nicest sounding engine, the nicest sounding exhaust. I can't believe they've made it sound that good. It also has, so this is standard with the black edition, is you get all the black badging throughout. You get black edition lettering on the sides, on the door sills, and on the headrests. And I'm pretty sure, as standard, you get these 22-inch gloss black alloys, which are huge. They are big wheels for anything that isn't an SUV. These are big wheels. And this paint, I'm not actually sure what it's called, but I tried to find it on the configurator, and I think it's called Extreme Silver. It's an exclusive color by Mulliner, and it has this orange and teal vibe about it. So it's essentially silver when you look at it, but it has a sort of like a bronzy flake, and then also a blue hue to it. So yeah, I think orange and teal is almost the best way to describe it, but it's a pretty cool color. And in fact, everyone that's seen it has complimented on the colour. Everyone has said, oh, I really like that colour. So if you're speccing a Bentley, Extreme Silver. I mean, it's been a bit of a week for me anyway, because I did have the McLaren 750S, and I literally swapped these cars back to back. And then I've had all sorts of other cars in the past. No car has made me feel as special as this one. I've never had a feeling like it, and I thought this would be you would think that an Aston Martin or something would be the same, but it is different. There's something about this car where I've noticed that people don't look at the car, they look at the driver. So when they see it, and I think when they see that big Bentley badge at the front, they immediately try to work out who's driving it. And I don't know if they're expecting to see some sort of like a celebrity or like a footballer or something. And then unfortunately for them, they just see me instead. But there's something about this car that makes people want to know who's in it. And I don't know if that just says more about me and that maybe I crave that kind of attention, but it is such a nice feeling. And I know I've said this before, but nobody is immune to it. So it is quite special. And then just one thing that I can't get over is this exhaust. This Akrapovic exhaust that they fitted is, I hope it comes through the mic, but if not, just, I don't know, take my word for it. It is incredible, and it sounds good on the outside as well. It's not just a load of artificial sound that's been pumped in. It's actually a really nice sounding exhaust. One thing I forgot to mention is that the Black Edition is actually limited to 400 units worldwide. Somehow, I'm sat in one right now, but it's a very limited car. I'm sure that they could do some sort of study on this car to determine that it's actually good for your health. The way you feel when you get out of this car on the other end, it's just so relaxed, almost too relaxed. I drove to the gym the other day and I didn't want to get out of the car, and when I did, I was like yawning and I was all sleepy and comfy and warm, but it just looks after you in such a way, and just, I don't know how to explain it. If you had to drive one car every day, in my opinion, this is the one that I would take, hands down.